Hello everyone, myself Bhavesh Chakor and today's my video topic is encapsulation in Java. Firstly, we know that Java is object-oriented programming language and the base of this object-oriented programming language uh, stands on the four pillars of object-oriented programming, that is inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction and encapsulation. So in this video we will discuss only about the encapsulation in details. Firstly, the standard definition of this encapsulation means the encapsulation is the process of wrapping up the data. Now, what this wrapping up the data means? So, it is a term which is taken from the general term of the medicine. So we have already seen the medicine with two different colors. It is round in a shape, which contains which has the hollow space, and in this hollow space there are various small particles or small particles of the medicines are present. So in this technical term, the small particles are nothing but the various data which is encapsulated in this encapsulated in the encapsulation, and that's the same logic is taken from that example, and it is named as encapsulation. Now what it wraps up is the data which is important, or which should not be visible to outside member, and the method which are manipulating this data. These two things or two properties are encapsulated in this class. So why it is made like that? First thing is the first thing, that is encapsulation, is provided because of the data hiding purpose. Means let's say in our class they have the multiple variables, and this variable should not be visible to the other members of a class. It should be visible to the only same within the same class. So to do this, we have to declare that variable as a private. So once it is made as a private, it will be visible into the same class only. So in this way we are hiding what data is present into the particular class. Then second is the if we are hiding it from the outer class, then how we will manipulate it, how can we change the value of this? So to do this, we can provide the two methods, setter method and getter method. Now the setter and getter method, both the method have its own specification, or its own logic. So the second part is the second advantage of encapsulation is the increasing the flexibility. So the flexibility means we can make our code for only we can set our code only for write only, or only for read only. So write only means we can make our code in such a way that the outer person or the outer class can only write in our code, that is change the value of variables. Other than that, he cannot see what is the implementation of the variable, or how variables are, what is the actual value in it. So for that we have to use a setter method. So through the setter method, the outer user will pass a value by calling this method, and so in this method, what is the implementation, how how this setter method is assigning the value to the variable, this part is completely hidden. The outer user can only set the value. Then second functionality of this flexibility is the read only. So in the read only, we can use the getter method. So in the getter method, whenever the outer user will call for this getter method, in the getter method, the logic for displaying the variables is written, and the user can see only the variables which is written into the getter method will be displayed. So the complete data hiding, or it is achieved because of the encapsulation. So which kind of a data, which variable is to be shown to the user is completely depends on a programmer. If in the getter method programmer is writing only one variable, then only that particular variable will be visible to the outer member. Other than that, the code reusability. Encapsulation is also makes the code makes the code to be the reusable again. Then the fourth advantage will be the testing part. So the code which is encapsulated, this code is very easy to do testing because of its getter and setter methods. And for let's take the example of getter setter. Is, for example, we have created one class for managing the student details. So let's say the student details have a student's name, his mark, roll number, id, roll number or id, etc. So outer user, if we want to see the outer user, if we want that the other members of a different class should only see the name of the student and not the marks, then we can make the name as a public entity and marks, roll number as a private entity. And to access this entity, we can create a getter and setter method. By this example we can achieve the encapsulation in Java. Thank you.